Our next speaker is Stephen Boyd, who will present Justice Delayed is Justice Denied. Stephen Boyd is the founder of a nonprofit organization, the Gabriella Boyd Foundation. He's an advocate for family court reform and also seeks to reform and improve the disconnect in training, education, and implementation of strategic policy and procedure within local law enforcement and other agencies that deal with domestic disputes and child welfare. Stephen is a college graduate, small business owner and operator, and much more to many different people. However, his proudest achievement was and will always be fatherhood. Welcome, Stephen, please.
Thank you, Larry, and hello to all of you out there in TV land. I was involved in my daughter Gabriella's life from her mother's third trimester until 2 weeks after she was born on July 26th of 2015, 2 days before my birthday. I always said that in 2015 I got my greatest birthday present, and it was given to me in a hospital. However, after only seeing her for a few days, I would not see her again until October, because her mother wrongfully kept her away from me. Family court petitions, false accusations, uncaring judges, and unethical lawyers resulted in me spending only 2 days a week for 9 hours a day with my daughter. Gabriella Boyd was an innocent victim and just another statistic in the biased, backwards, and outdated New York State family court system, despite my best efforts in showing the court that it was in the best interest of Gabriella that she be with me. She had big brown eyes and a big bright smile. Gabriella, Gabby, Gabs, Ladybug, or Mama was sure to put a smile on your face. She was a very happy little girl, outgoing, independent, fearless, sneaky, and very clever. She was a great listener, and she understood a lot more than a lot of people thought she did. 2 weeks after she was born, I became an alienated father in a high conflict relationship. In June of 2016, I reluctantly entered into my first parenting agreement that was ordered by a family court judge in Westchester County. I was a model parent, but her mother had a different agenda. Violation after violation, withheld visitation time, no co-parenting, but I followed through, I followed the law, and I continued to build my case for the next 2 years. Sunday, April 22nd, 2018, that was Earth Day. After taking Gabriella out on a nature trail, I learned from my ex's mother that my ex was thrown out of her mother's house, where she was living with Gabriella, because of her extremely erratic and aggressive behavior. My ex's behavior had become so explosive and erratic that I feared for my daughter's safety. As per my parenting agreement, I had to return her to the residence, but I knew I had to take action. What I didn't know is that was the last day I would see my daughter alive. On April 27th of 2018, I and my attorney were able to secure a court-ordered TRO, or a temporary restraining order, that awarded me temporary physical custody of Gabriella and included a stay-away directive for myself and Gabriella away from my ex. Under the instruction of my attorney, I went to the police station to have the order served. The police did this. However, they did not enforce the contents of the order. They merely read her the paper, handed it to her, and then they had the door slammed in their faces with no compliance. Despite this red flag of danger, the police left. After many hours and many agencies like CPS, the Office of the District Attorney, as well as VMPD, nobody made the right call to get Gabriella out of the house. No one except for her father was willing to go inside the house to save her from the imminent danger. Because of their ignorance, the situation was exacerbated, because now my ex knew she officially lost. Every way that she tried to control me, the threats, keeping my daughter away from me, abusing the court system, nothing worked, and the game was over. She realized this and wanted to cause me pain by hurting somebody I love dearly. I called the police station the next morning. It was a Saturday. I was supposed to have my visitation, but my ex denied it to me, claiming Gabriella was sick and that she was taking her to the doctor. I reminded the desk officer that I spoke with that last night, after speaking with CPS, the on-call ADAs, and my attorney, that we were going to be in a public place and I needed them to immediately enforce the order that they failed to do yesterday because my daughter wasn't safe. The officer incorrectly told me that this was, quote, a civil matter and that there was nothing they could do, end quote. My 2.5-year-old baby girl, who could barely speak, was murdered shortly after this conversation on April 28, 2018. Her death was completely preventable. My ex wanted to hurt me by hurting Gabriella Christine Boyd. The narcissistic abuser seeks to control, but she could not control me because I followed the law and properly sought protection of the courts. Unfortunately, those who are tasked with carrying out orders of the court did not do their duties. Devastated by my pain, I committed myself to ensuring that Gabriella's tragic death would not be in vain. I dedicated myself to court reform, raising awareness of problems in the system, and helping parents avoid similar problems that I went through. The Gabriella Boyd Memorial Foundation has a mission to help educate and assist those who don't have the resources to help themselves. We want to be able to help those who are struggling, just like I did, to have a chance to better understand their rights in the family court system. This foundation has the help of local law enforcement, social workers, family lawyers, and community activists for parents who want to be present in their children's lives, who, for whatever reason, can't help themselves. We are also involved with other foundations who have the same goal of promoting the well-being of our children. To date, we have assisted both mothers and fathers across the United States, from Florida all the way across to Nevada. We also helped out in other countries like Canada, the United Kingdom, and Brazil. We have met a lot of amazing parents who are fighting and continue to fight to have access to their children and be in their lives. My family and I are currently awaiting trial in the Second Department Appellate Division since 2021, after a setback in court. We continue to fight and encourage you all to do the same because our children are the most vulnerable parts of society and they need to be protected. Thank you.